There was still no response from the landlord. Tola was getting terrified because it seemed strange that he wasn't answering any of our questions. Tola told Kemi everything that had happened, including her discussion with the landlord. Kemi advised Tola to leave the house as soon as possible, but Tola told her she couldn't let go because she couldn't get a refund. Later that night, Tola leaves the door unlocked as advised by the landlord. She stayed awake till 1:10 a.m. terrified in her room, trying to see if she would see anybody or notice anything. Tola had gone to bed because nothing happened. Then all of a sudden a loud slam of a door woke her up. She was so terrified, but she had to see where the noise came from. She noticed that the door to the exit was slammed shut. She thought to herself, "Oh, it must be the wind." She went ahead, still terrified. She tried to shut the door, but she looked outside the walkway. She saw the blonde woman again rushing towards her door. Tola slammed the door immediately and locked it. Recalling what the landlord had told her, she opened the door gently, looked carefully in the walkway, but the blonde lady wasn't there. She immediately stepped back in, hurriedly trying her best not to make any sound. She heard movements in the kitchen, and as soon as she went to the kitchen, she saw that someone had dropped her matchsticks on the ground, all scattered. Someone was trying to communicate with her because she saw something quite strange. Terrified again, she reaches out to Kemi. Tola goes to room 8, gently knocks on the door, but there was no response. She twists the handle of the door and it opened. She could smell something that had a pungent smell. Meanwhile, as Tola was in the room, the landlord had left his room to Tola's room to see her. Tola, while covering her nose, followed the smell only to see one dead girl who was about her age. The smell of the corpse smelled like the body had been there for a very long time. She screamed but muffled her scream with her hand on her mouth as she ran out, leaving the door open. Her scream seemed to have alerted the landlord. She heard footsteps. This terrified her because she didn't know who it was. Tola opened the door opposite her to hide. On entering, she perceived the same pungent odor, and there lay the dead couple who were now infested with maggots. She ran out and made her way to room 1. The landlord's room. She didn't care to knock. She screamed for help as she fearfully and forcefully pulled the handle of the door. The door opened. She immediately got in and shut it. Tola screamed the landlord's name, Toye, Toye. She screamed in fear as tears rolled down her cheeks. She entered all the rooms looking for him and screamed his name until she heard a muffled sound. It sounded like someone was calling for help. She immediately stopped crying. It was like her tears immediately dried. Tola followed the sound to a dark room where she saw a little girl about 9 years old, bound on her legs and hands with a blindfold over her eyes and a sealed mouth. It became clear to Tola what she had just seen. The dead wife had been trying to alert every tenant to save her daughter after the landlord had killed her. But whenever the tenant attempts to get close to the truth, he kills them and buries them. What Tola saw the other day that was unclear to her was the landlord burying some of the tenants he had murdered, while some were left in their apartment. Still in shock, she immediately ran to her bedroom to pick up her phone to notify Kemi and the police about what she had seen. The door to her apartment shut. She had dialed the police when the landlord stabbed her in the forehead. He watched her bleed, and with an angry look on his face, he picked up her phone and ended the call immediately. Now, he had Tola's phone in hand.